So recently, I just watched Zootopia 2, Disney Animation Studios' newest movie. It has been some time since I've seen a new movie from this studio in theaters. I think the last time was Ralph Breaks the Internet. Dear God. Look, their movie slate from 2019 to 2024 really didn't intrigue me, especially the past 3 years where they dumped out nothing but uninteresting slog fests. So when they announced the sequel to Zootopia, I was left saying to myself, okay. I'm for one to say that I really enjoyed the first one, but compared to other 2010 Disney animation movies, I really don't as often revisit it as something like Wreck-It Ralph or Tangled, since those two are really peak. With that said, my expectations for this sequel were fairly grounded. It was either going to be a fun, alright matinee movie that would be on par as the original from 2016, or another mid-movie from theirs given how Disney Animation is not good at making sequels. Luckily enough, I was wrong on both ends. Well, almost. Let me explain. Zootopia 2 expands a bit more on the world building of this universe, where it adds a new animal species to the fray, snakes and reptiles.
No. Reptile.
It's super neat to see these cold-blooded creatures in this world, and its species plays a huge part in the story. This new snake guy, Gary, was a really nice inclusion, though my problem lies down to his role in the film. I was thinking he would join Nick and Judy's adventures throughout the movie, judging by the commercials and ads I've seen, but he's more of a side character doing his own thing and partially joining them in one part, so that was a very odd choice. Speaking of Nick and Judy, I really like their relationship here. The movie gives us more characterizations of them and how they work off together as partners. It even shows us how both of them have their differences if they really are a great dynamic duo. Eventually, they do get a bit frustrated with each other and the two of them get separated in a very organic way, which kinda surprised me, not gonna lie. I did feel a little dread during that part because I was hoping it wouldn't pull out that artificial two characters argue and split up bullshit that most kids' movies overuse. But thankfully it didn't go for that trope and it did its own thing that felt connected to the movie. The new characters are fun additions here. I was expecting the podcast Beaver Girl to be boring for me, but I didn't get that impression from her at all, and I did get a couple of laughs from her. The Patrick Warburton Horsemare was my favorite. Not only do I love hearing Patrick Warburton's signature voice coming out of a lug-headed character, but his mannerisms and line delivery were really solid on display. It's nice to hear him in a Disney movie again. The side characters from the first movie also show up, but only in minor scenes that don't feel like repeats. The only character I didn't like was the Chief Bogo guy, since it looked like he still hasn't progressed his character from the last movie with his trust towards Judy and Nick. Like, come on dude, I know you just want what's best for them, but it feels like you're just treading waters. Oh well, at least they get him out of the picture for a good portion of the runtime. If the writers didn't decide on this, I feel like it would have been the same bullshit from the last movie. Strangely, the Jenny Slate sheep shows up in more bits throughout the movie. At least those scenes were pretty funny. And without giving any spoilers, this movie subverted my expectations oh so cleverly. Trust me, I wasn't expecting it to happen, and the best part is that it didn't feel out of pocket. The prey vs predator race metaphors have been toned down a bit in the sequel. Instead, we have certain metaphors of stereotyping a specific type of species that work really well here, and they don't overstay their welcome like in the first movie. I kind of find it interesting that a particular type of animal tries to erase something out of Zootopia from the color white. Am I crazy or not? I think I might be overthinking it too much. Anyways, the crazy action sequences are back full force. The car chase scene in the beginning and the flash scene were really fun, but I was more fond of the police chase in the swamp. It felt very inventive and action-packed. It reminded me a lot of those Bayou levels in DKC2 where you're jumping on crumbling heads, grabbing onto typhus, and dodging zingers. I mean, Zootopia 2 is a sequel, and Donkey Kong Country 2 is also a sequel. They both have a snake character in them, and both came out nearly 30 years apart from each other. Where am I going with this? I don't know. It was just a dumb speculation. Well, I guess that's all I gotta say about Zootopia 2. I honestly thought it was going to be an alright nothing special sequel, but it actually got me really liking it a lot more than I thought, especially from a studio that hasn't wowed me in years. Compared to other sequels, I'd say it would be in between Inside Out 2 and Finding Dory, with the former being a really great evolution and the latter being the same old thing but chooses a couple of new things to stand out from the original. Would I recommend it? Well, if you really love the first one, then yeah, it's a no-brainer to go check it out. It's more on par with the first Zootopia you know and love, but it adds interesting things to its universe and unexpected surprises that caught me off guard. So if you're into those type of movies, go ahead and give this one a watch. It's definitely worth it. Alright, since it's been nearly a decade since the launch of Zootopia 1, I want to end off this mini view with the Star Fox Zero commercial that was playing a lot during that time. Why? Well, because they both star a fox and a rabbit. Huh? Whatever. Time to go back to the Yule Hair Festival.
He's the best intergalactic pilot ever to fly the stars, Fox McCloud. His job, take on the evil Andross. He's an ace in the R-Wing, a monster in the Landmaster, a genius in the Gyro Wing. He's Foxy, Fox McCloud. It's his sky, you're just flying in it.
Fox! Fox! Your finger's on the transmit button.
Nice one, Foxy.
Nice one, Foxy.
Be the hero in Star Fox Zero, also including Star Fox Guard, only on Wii U. Game rated everyone 10 and up.